Hey, peace, love, and human beings. Chapter 15, still going on. Third section of this chapter is quite a long one, so I've got an itchy head. And we're just going to take each slow step as it goes, just like our lives and just like the lessons and experiences that we have to learn from. So, seeing, feeling, hearing, and being with spirit by me and the Ascended Masters. Actually, we channeled it through the Akashic Records. So, all these words are really not mine. I edited it because the translation and language is a little bit different, and I had lovely people at Pegasus to help me translate, to help me edit too. So let's just keep on going, keep on learning through new experiences and noticing. So, how to deal with the younger souls in the workplace. If people frustrate you, then look beyond what you see. How do they tick? Are they coming from a place of insecurity, low self-esteem? Perhaps they are in an abusive relationship, and this is the only way they can assert themselves, as the bully is at home and the workplace is the only place that they can feel valued or heard. However, it is unfortunate that other colleagues may not see this and react quite badly to them. Have compassion and an inquiring mind as to why they are like this. It could also be that you have shared a life with them before and karma is being worked out with the two of you in this life. Other scenarios of this kind are as wrongs between you have happened before, and in this life it is to be worked out and dealt with. It takes a strong soul to confront and have a frank discussion with that colleague, and perhaps after that the relationship or dynamic will shift to a better understanding. However, do be warned that this can backfire depending on how far they may have wandered off their path. If this is the case, then the ego has taken over for a while. Often the younger souls have this battle for many lives, but eventually through meditation and discipline, the ego gets suppressed and the heart and soul start to blossom. Older souls tend to gravitate towards gentler professions, such as professors, judges, painters, healers, and teachers. Older souls can move up through the ladder as great leaders and don't let their ego speak too often, but instead look at the bigger picture for the gain of humanity, but not the gain of their own ego. At the moment, of the world leaders, there are quite a few young souls ruling, especially in Africa. These will eventually pass on. It's a circle of life. And will live an interesting returned life. They too will sample the suffering and poverty that they have caused. So if you have this belief, then the knowing will help and give you confidence in the process that your life will only get better. The Hindu faith relies heavily on the process of karma and reincarnation. What we have noticed is that Hindu people in poverty are happy about where they are at in their life cycle, and that they suffer in this one, then they will surely go on to the next one with a far better contract. This doesn't always happen, especially if they have exploited others in the poverty-stricken areas. The religious men, the Brahmins, have implied and suppressed the poor and contrived a caste system in India. We agree they have got it right regarding the reincarnation, but they have taken advantage of the system and used it to their own ends. Gandhi, who is now an Ascended Master, believed in equality and not the caste system. He fought against this in his life on earth. Do you remember Gandhi? He's old. Well, he'll be very old now, won't he? And he went on hunger strikes to be able to stop the caste system and the persecution of other souls. He was such a noble, old soul. He was remarkable and started noticing and bringing attention to the poor over in India and the exploitation. So having thought about that and your other lives, what do you gravitate towards? What are the people in your office like? Do you suddenly have an instant connection, or do you have an instant rejection? So it's interesting just looking at the dynamics in the office. It's a good start. And see what you notice and how you feel about others. All right, so I'm going to move on. You just digest that little thing and have a good old look around the office and your life and see what you notice and what is interesting. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Peace, love, and mind being.